Hello everyone, thank you so much again for joining me. Today we are going to work on this beautiful piece with these two nice cardinals on top, a lovely moon with the snowy weather. So it's a limited palette. I'm going to add just white, black and red, and then we can finish this beautiful piece. First of all, I'm going to start from the background, which is this beautiful moon, and then around it the fade grayish color, and then more darker gray color around it after everything get dry. Then we can move on for the branches and add the snow on top of each part of the branch, and then the snowflake. Then we can add our cardinals. So I put this aside and start mixing a little bit grayish color. We need to make this nice transition. So I'm going to use palette knife for mixing paint. For the moon, I'm going to just use the pure white color, but for the around it, I'm going to add white color here, a little bit black, mix them together to have lighter gray. And even we can use pure white color as well. So beside that, this is lighter gray color. And if I want to make darker gray, again white. But this time I'm going to use more black because I would like to have darker gray. Then I see more black I need to bring. That's the good color for our painting. So I clean my palette knife because acrylic has glue inside, can stick easily to your brush and your palette knife. So first of all, I'm going to take pure white color. The canvas is white, it's okay. We can go with this big circle shape of moon. When I bring the grayish color around it, it's more visible than for you. So heavy paint I'm going to use to make this nice and big circle shape. And then switch to grayish color. First of all, around the moon. But I would like to blend this. So again, back to pure white color. I already have the grayish color, but when I bring this white color, I can make these colors fade into each other. More white color. With more brush stroke, you see there is nice fade color happen. Try to use the brush stroke a little bit like a curvy to help it fade. And anytime you want to clean your brush, it's better to do it with napkin in the middle of your painting, not with the water, because I don't want to use water in my painting. It gets look like watercolor style. So always lovely to work on a wet surface. That's so helpful to have lovely fading around the edge. Because the gray is still wet, I bring heavy white color around it to make this nice transition happen around the white color and the grayish color. After you feel happy with this fading color, then switch to gray and add more gray on canvas. I need more paint to mix with, so again back to white color, take some black color, mix them together. Sometimes I need more white color to add. And when we finish one part, like this nice fading transition, the other side get dry. So nothing happened, it's okay. If it's dry, and if we want to get rid of this hard edge, again, take some white color and let this move in together and fade into each other. So with this circling movement, we help everything get clear. And then I switch again more with the grayish color. And then with this darker gray we need to apply. Same technique happened with this dark one because it's a little bit too dark when you compare with the lighter gray, so we need to back and forth. So I'm going to add a little bit lighter gray still to mix with. For the edge. And it's much more easier when it's wet, bring the other paint on top because they easily can mix together. So then you can finish every part with this dark grayish color. I put the black color more for the branches. So I try to add a little white into the black to make it dark gray to finish whole the canvas. Okay, then we have to wait everything get completely dry and be ready for next part. Maybe a little bit, but when it's wet we can apply with a little bit black color when it's wet, because I want to let them again mix together. I don't want to see dark black color on top. And again, the brush stroke is a circular curvy around every part that you move on. And then please wait everything get dry. Okay, so for next part we are going to add this lovely branches here, and it's divided into one part, two part, and the third part, second, 1, 2 and 3 part, and then lots of branches add to them. But we need to know that the second one, it's come a little bit further to the moon and then divided into two parts because of these two lovely cardinals. So it's okay if we randomly add lots of branches on top and bottom, but we need to make sure that we have these long branches for these two lovely cardinals, and then add the snow on top of the branch. So I'm going to add with the black. Let me put this aside. And it's easier to do the branch with this pointy brush. Pointy brush, we can make it narrow on the tip actually, and then make it thicker at the end. And just a pure black color diluted, hold the brush into the paint like that. Anywhere you can start. I'm going to start from this top part, start from the center, add one narrow line, control my hand. Even one more point, because if you want to use the brush easily move, I can add a little bit drop of water, just a bit, not much, because when you add much water the paint can move like a watercolor. We need to make it easily move. We don't need to add lots of water on it. So this water can help the branch and the line easily draw. If the surface is dry, you can put your small finger to control your hand. Come down like this. Even when we come down, we can make it a little bit thicker, so the tip is more narrow, but the end of the branch is more thick. Even we don't need to be worried about the branches, the thickness of them, because we can add the snow on top. So dilute it, hold the brush into this. Make it as much as busy you want. I love the busy branches. So and different design, they don't need to be all in the same size, same angle. You can play with the design to make it longer, to make it toward left, toward the right, straight. Divide it into different sections, pass from each other. But as a point, when you want to draw the narrow line, it's so helpful, and you put your finger, small finger, on a surface, and then with less pressure in your hand, control the line to draw. But when you add a pressure, it's so easy to draw the thick line. And really, we don't need to be really perfect in our line. It's okay because it's nature. So you know nature has a lots of different shape and different angles and everything. Just I would like to make sure that I have this branch for the top of my cardinal, and the second one, because it looked like they are sucking together, so the second one I try to connect here, a little space in between, because one of them is sit on top, one is on the bottom part, and then draw this branch. Sometimes happen the line is get broke, so because of the paint not move easily, so we can have broken line, so we can again back and cover it. Okay, and I would like to have another line as a branch here to connect. Then the third one, actually different group, and this is the third group. Like this, and I would like to have one or two different view of this one here. And I think it's enough. Yeah, I think it's enough. I don't want to make it really busy. Then I clean my brush very well, or I can use another brush for the snow on top. Okay, now it's time to add the snow, and the snow is just a pure white color. I try to use a little bit thick because I want to, in some part, show that the snow is so thick on top of the branch, in some part less. I just go with the pure paint, again, control on my hand, drawing some part a little bit thicker, and you can play with the snow as well because there is not clean line on a branch when it's covered with the snow. Some part it's more heavy, some it's less, so we can follow the same, but each branch supposed to have some snow on top. And we try to do it with a white color, pure white color in one side of branch. You see, I just play with the snow and make it look like a not really straight line. I try to use it in some case a little bit thicker, less paint, more paint, which is more natural. Even if you are not happy with one part of your branch, you can cover it with the snow. And then the rest. It's just repeating the same technique for each branches with the snow. And after that, we move on to add a snowflake on top. I'm going to add the thick line as a snow, and it takes time to get dry. Regularly, the white color need more time to draw. But even when you make it a little bit more thick, so it takes more than the regular. Sometimes it takes half an hour or 45 minutes. But if you are interested to draw it faster, you can use hair dryer. Okay, now I'm happy with the snow that I add on top of the branch. I'm going to wait everything get dry, and then we can work again more on it for the snowflake and then the cardinals. Okay, now we can move on and add the snowflake on top. So we add the branches, we add the snow on top of the branches. The snowflake, you see the beautiful circular shape, some is fade, some is a bigger size, and it's cover all the sky. And then we can add these two lovely cardinals on top. So let me put this aside. Again, we are going to use the same pointy brush, which is helpful. With the tip, actually it's round and just diluted with the white color. This time I'm not laying down my brush like that when I use the snow on top of the branch. I just straight to the canvas and the tip of brush straight on the canvas, and then randomly add some circle on it. You can add a little bit pressure. When you add the pressure, the snowflake get a little bigger. With less pressure, just a tiny small snowflake happen on top. So just do it as much as you want. You can go with a heavier snow or less. I just go randomly to add some snowflake on top, and then we can do the cardinals. Everywhere we can add snowflake. So I make it a little bit busy than the model we already have, but it depends. If you don't like to make it really busy with the snow, you don't have to add lots of snowflake. Okay. Now it's time to add these cute and lovely cardinals on top. So you see mine is a little bit heavy snow has and this one less, but I would like to go with this cute cardinals and these branches in these two. And if you see on a shape, it's just look like an egg shape here on a body, a little bit long, a triangle shape and a little pointy on this side, and a tail is long square shape or rectangle shape, and a nice black tip, actually the nice black beak as a beak actually. So we move on for shaping them, and they're facing together. So in a simple shape, I'm going to add same pointy round brush, just a pure red color. I'm going to start from this one on top, make a egg shape. Try to show this egg shape set on a branch. Again, if it's easier for you, add a drop of water, because sometimes the paint is so sticky, it's not easy to move, and just a drop of water help it move easily. I would like to go with a bigger size of shape as a egg shape on a body and help it sit on a branch. So slowly I'm going to add and then the tail, it shows it starts from the bottom part and get longer. Like this, and then even on the top it shows like a triangle shape like this on a head, and a little bit on top is a pointy toward this way in a simple shape. So this is about one cardinal. I add a little bit thick paint to cover the black color of branch. The other one, I have red on my brush, so I'm going to finish it and then add the tip on top. And then the other one is facing toward this one. Again, the same technique, egg shape. Try to sit on a branch, this egg shape. And then the tail is start from this back part and then a little bit long like that. And then a beautiful tiny triangle shape which is curvy in front and then connect to the neck. So I try to make curve here, straight there, and then connect it to the body. So this is my cardinal. So I clean the brush very well, and then take the pure black color to make a little bit tiny, big, long and narrow, and then come inside the face and make it a little bit like a triangle here inside. And then on the other as well, start from here somewhere, and then make it bigger inside. You can add a narrow line, a narrow circle as the eyes, but it doesn't show there. In some case I prefer to add a little bit black mixed with the red. I don't want to have just the one color, and separate the wing a little bit from the body, even here. And I love heavy texture, so I take lots of texture on my painting. So thick paint, it takes really time to dry, but I love the texture. So this is about our cardinals, and we can call our beautiful painting is done. Hope you enjoy it, and see you next time. Bye for now.